Then we fast forward to this shit. Jizzle come home. Jizzle say, oh, I'm independent. I'm trying to figure it out. I've been gone 14, 15 years. Him saying that was so offensive to Wack and Birdman to where they would take something that they think is a negative about something that was supposed to have happened in his past and try to use that as a smear campaign to destroy this man's character because he said, I'm independent. He ain't signing nobody. He is still independent. Birdman, you said that that's your son, you love him. So whatever you did for him was supposed to be on the strength of, you know, he been gone a decade and a half. That's your son, you got love for him, you in a position where you're gonna look out for him and help him. That's what it was supposed to be about. The music is secondary. Your personal relationship with him, who you called your son, that was first. And now we know because Wack done exposed the fact that I wouldn't have said none of this shit if I hadn't got the green light from his own backyard. The whole story about Jizzle and Wack trying to label him as a snitch, that whole thing from the very beginning was a plot and a ploy in the attempt to try to smear Jizzle, right? In the attempt to try to hurt his career. Because motherfuckers know you put that rat jacket on a motherfucker back, they know that, especially in the urban environment, and hip hop is still a major urban tool, they know that that shit drive a motherfucker stock all the way down. Motherfucker don't want to book it for a concert. Motherfucker don't want to book it for a feature. Motherfucker want to book it for a walkthrough.
Bro,
so they did this shit on purpose.
I gotta stop you right quick, right? For people listening to this, and I thought Bird and BG was tight. I thought BG was definitely coming out on Cash Money and that type of shit.
Okay, so listen. So before Jizzle came home, Bird went to see him while he was still in prison. So that was the plan. And then Bird went to Jizzle, right? They're looking out for him and kind of like trying to bury the hatchet because they wasn't seeing out of album when Jizzle got locked up. When Jizzle got locked up 14, 15 years ago, he was in Detroit, my nigga. He was moving around the country, still in New Orleans and everywhere, but the whole Chopper City record thing, he wasn't Cash Money when he got locked down 14, 15 years ago. He was Chopper City Records, and that shit started in Detroit. That's why BG was always in Detroit. So when he got locked up 14, 15 years ago, him and Birdman wasn't seeing it eye to eye. They wasn't communicating. Jizzle was doing his own thing. He know that Jizzle is a urban hero, especially as it relates to music and the street element of music. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop got many genres now. You got the trap shit, the crunk shit, you got the scammer type shit, you got the backpack hip hop shit, but you got the stump down street shit. Jizzle is a legend as it relates to the streets, everything that comes with that shit, especially when you deal with the world of music, right? So Birdman knew he was coming home.
Are you familiar at all with what their issue was initially? Was it still the money in between? He wasn't getting paid?
I mean, now when you look back at the shit and the relationship he had with Wayne, you look at name one member of the Hot Boys who still on Cash Money, right? Juvie left. Wayne got the fuck on. Turk did what he did and it was what it was, but everybody got the fuck on for real. Why? If he handling square business, and if he's standing on that fast shit he always hollering, what's the issue? You know what I'm saying? What's the issue?
See, bro, and listening to this shit, right? Because this shit is kind of new to me too, though. So that brings a whole different aspect of what happens to the tour? Because everybody waiting for the tour now. You know?
Man, that shit dead. That shit dead. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a spokesman for either one of those people, right? Birdman ain't got no relationship with Turk. It is what it is. I don't know what his relationship with Juvie is, but it can't be a strong one. You don't ever see him champion Juvie's cause. Wayne ain't fucking with him. And he utilized Wack 100 to try to get at Jizzle because Jizzle didn't want to sign with him. And it wasn't even that he didn't want to sign with him. It wasn't even that he didn't want to sign with him, but he just did over a decade in the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't jammed, we came home. And then they put out into the media that if it wasn't for Birdman, Jizzle wouldn't have had a great reception. Man, Jizzle, leading up to his release, everybody knew what it was, man. It was a bidding war for Jizzle before he even came home. So when you say that Dawg gave him a car, gave him a chain, or put him in the studio, whatever, that's nothing, bro. That's nothing. He didn't do anything for him that he couldn't get for somebody else. I think Jizzle was familiar with him because he grew up under him. but he already knew the history he had with him and how scurvy the nigga was and how niggas say, left when he really mean right. So of course, Jizzle not finished. He wiser now than he used to be. He ain't 21, 22, 23 years old no more. He a grown man. He had an opportunity to sit back and reflect on all the shit that led him down the road that he eventually walked down. So of course he wasn't finna come home and sign that nigga, and he wasn't supposed to. Go back to the footage of him coming home. You can look at Jizzle's body language and tell that he wasn't fully committed. Because listen, when I got locked up, my nigga, we wasn't seeing eye to eye. We wasn't on the same page. So when I come home, allow our relationship to blossom in a real way. Let's do some square business first. Show me you square business, because you already showed me that you got some flaw shit in you. You hear me? So if they would have been a little bit more patient before they launched their smear campaign, maybe their relationship could have blossomed into something that was really worth talking about. But you trying to force a nigga into signing something, nigga? If you really show me love, you show me love because I'm your son. You told the whole world I'm your son. You helped raise me, right? I ain't going nowhere. I ain't speaking against you. You know what I'm saying? Wack 100 said, hey, listen, nigga's mad because during his interview, he said, oh, I'm independent. He is independent because he hadn't signed to nobody yet. You feel what I'm saying? The music is secondary. Your personal relationship with him, who you called your son, that was first. And now we know, because Wack exposed the fact that I wouldn't have said none of this shit if I hadn't got the green light from his own backyard. He talking about Birdman knew about it. When they asked him, how did Birdman feel about what you said about Jizzle? He said, he agreed with me. He ain't gonna say nothing about it. What he gonna, he know I'm a shovel man. He know I'm out there digging a hole for BG. That's what shovel man mean. I'm digging the hole so we can throw this nigga in the hole, right? So he digging his hole, he digging the hole by putting all this slanderous shit about BG out there to the public. That's digging a hole for a nigga. Trying to bury him, right? In his own allegations, in his own so-called past and history, taking the most negative aspect and negative approach to what they say happened, and then putting a spin on it.